Today we're looking at navigating digital crises in this always-on world.
Yeah, and also how, the power of a really good headline can make a huge difference, especially when things get tough.
Exactly. It's interesting how they connect, right? Whether you're handling a potential PR nightmare or just trying to get a point across.
Grabbing attention, holding it, that's step one.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So, okay, let's dive into the crisis management side first. What we found is that social media has just, amplified everything massively.
Oh, for sure. Crises seem way more common now. I think one source said 10 times more than back in 2001.
Yeah, something like that. And the really striking part, a huge chunk, maybe 76%, could potentially be managed better, maybe even stopped, if companies reacted the right way.
Wow, 76%. That's a lot. It shows how crucial that initial response is.
Totally. Think about how fast things spread, like that TH Milk example in Vietnam. A teacher posts something on Facebook about environmental worries near a farm.
And boom, calls for a boycott almost immediately. It just highlights how a local concern can explode online. You need to be listening everywhere.
Or JetBlue, remember those cancellations? Passengers were furious, venting on Twitter.
Right, and JetBlue had to scramble not just to fix the flights, but to handle the online storm, get resources for rebooking online. It shows the immediate demand.
And sometimes it's totally unexpected, like that pilot incident becoming a top Google trend in, 48 hours? The speed is just wild.
It really is. And it's not always external factors either. Sometimes the trigger is internal.
Yeah, like poor customer service. That FedEx video of the guy throwing the monitor that went everywhere.
Or, bad marketing choices, clumsy PR, even things like poor governance, like that Chrysler tweet mishap. Social media just puts a spotlight on it.
But it's not all doom and gloom, is it? Take Domino's. That awful employee video went viral, millions of views.
Yeah, that looked really bad. But their response was actually quite interesting.
Right. The CDO put out an apology video. They launched that whole turnaround pizza campaign. It showed they were taking it seriously, trying to rebuild trust.
Which is a proactive approach. Compare that to, say, BP during Deepwater Horizon. The feeling was they didn't really use social media effectively to manage that crisis.
Yeah, that was widely seen as a miss. Insensitive comments, ads that seemed misplaced. It sort of made things worse.
So the sources we looked at highlight a few key trends for handling this stuff now. First is intelligence needing faster, more informed responses.
Makes sense. Then awareness. This isn't just listening, it's really getting the emotion, the context of what people are saying online.
Exactly. Beyond just counting mentions, which ties into storytelling marketing.
Right.
Using your own content to build trust, guide the narrative, especially with, hacktivism and parodies popping up.
And social advocacy, engaging with everyone, fans and critics, understanding the negative stuff.
And finally, real-time data. Using social media and search data to genuinely understand customers, build relationships, sort of moving beyond older methods like focus groups.
That Moleskine example was pretty good too, wasn't it? They had that backlash over a logo contest.
Right. But instead of ignoring it, they jumped in, engaged with the community, apologized, explained what they intended.
And showcased the designer's work. Sentiment actually improved, didn't it?
It did. It shows that active engagement, really listening and adjusting, can turn things around.
Okay, so let's shift gears a bit. Headlines. This other source was basically a cheat sheet of formulas that work.
Yeah, and the core idea is simple. Good writers often adapt what's already proven successful. These structures tap into how people read and what grabs them.
Like the classic how-to headline. Simple, direct, offers value. How to do something useful.
And variations on that, like how to do something without doing something annoying, or promising speed, how to blank in 5 minutes.
Or expertise. How to blank like a boss. People love those.
Then you've got list headlines, 7 ways to, or top 10 tips for. They're digestible, you know exactly what you're getting.
Yeah, lists are super popular. You can make them more specific too, right? Like 7 ways to blank when you're in a specific situation.
Or targeted group, 5 things. Only group name understand. Creates relevance.
And those little extras you can borrow, starting with warning, grabs attention immediately.
Creates urgency, yeah. Or why, headlines why something is happening, promises an explanation.
Fix-it headlines offering solutions. The ultimate guide to promising completeness.
Even leveraging authority, like expert's name guide to topic.
And don't forget power adjectives. Just adding one strong word can make a headline much more compelling.
Absolutely. Think essential, effortless, proven, shocking. They add emotional weight.
So, tying this back, if you're in a crisis, these headline principles become critical, don't they?
Totally critical. You need to get accurate information out clearly and concisely. A headline like, "Update, key facts regarding the issue" is way better than something vague. It cuts through the noise.
So wrapping this up, what's the key takeaway for you listening? Well, whether you're leading a business worried about online reputation, or frankly, just want your emails read.
Yeah, or your point understood in a meeting.
Exactly. Understanding these dynamics, how crises unfold online, and how to craft a message that actually lands its essential today.
The speed of social media demands really thoughtful, proactive communication. And even when things are difficult, those core principles of clarity and engagement, like we see in good headlines, they really matter.
So maybe think about the headlines that grab your attention online. What makes you click? What formulas do you see? And how do the brands or people you follow handle challenges? Hopefully, this deep dive gives you a framework.
And maybe a final thought to leave you with. How can you start using these communication principles, these headline ideas, proactively? Not just reacting in a crisis, but building them into how you communicate all the time. So if something does happen, you're already equipped to be clear and effective from the get-go.